What's up, friends? Welcome to SPDM TV. My name is Mike, part of the SPDM crew, and I watch a lot of TV. We focus on TV topics, reviews, and general appreciation of TV past and new. You can follow me on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky, and Serialized at MLHilt2452 to see what all I'm watching. This week, we are talking about Stranger Things because Stranger Things Season 5, Part 1 comes out in a couple days from when I'm recording this. So I figured that this would be a good opportunity to kind of talk about what I'm looking forward to from Stranger Things and offer some, I guess, quote unquote predictions. So, a couple of things that I know I'm looking forward to regarding season 5. I am looking for I get okay, before I even start with things that I'm looking forward to, just kind of some general thoughts. One, uh, I'm only like kind of looking forward to this. It has been 3 years since Stranger Things season 4 has come out, and there's been a lot of drama behind the scenes. So I'm struggling a little bit with what I'm actually looking forward to with this season. In addition, all of these kids, they don't look like they're in high school anymore. They all look like they're grown ass adults. So I'm struggling a little bit with that as well. I cannot believe that we're doing 4 episodes on, like the day before Thanksgiving or on Thanksgiving Day proper. We're doing 3 episodes on Christmas and then one on New Year's Eve. So all of this to say that kind of similar to what they did with Cobra Kai, I can't understand why Netflix decides to do their release schedules like this as well. So things that I'm looking forward to with this is I'm looking just I guess the biggest thing is that I want to see some type of resolution. I don't want a sequel baity ending. I don't want anything that's going to pave the way for like a Stranger Things or Strangest Things or some type of sequel. I think this story needs to end because I believe the original premise of this was that it was supposed to be an anthology series. And that ship has sailed now that we have gone through all 5 seasons of the Upside Down and different things like that. I think an anthology series could have been really cool, but they decided not to do that with the popularity of the first season of Stranger Things. And I guess let's go with some prediction or before I get into predictions, one thing that I'm looking for is that I'm looking for more moments between all the characters since last season they were all split up all over the place. And I'm looking for more, especially from your core four guys, the group. So between Mike, Dustin, Lucas, and Will, I just need more with all of them. I want Nancy to make a choice at the end of the day. Is she still gonna go back to Jonathan or is she gonna go to Steve? I don't really know. I don't really understand. And I'm hoping that she just ends up choosing. And if I'm being perfectly honest, I'm hoping that she picks Steve. Now that now that everybody is back together, I hope that they do all stay together. I don't, or at least in like you can have most of them together in like these smaller groups, but you don't need to like split everyone up all around the world again. I think that's crazy. That's crazy. I do not want to see any more fake deaths. I don't want to see any more. Yeah, just no more fake deaths. So what they did with Hopper, what they did with Max, yeah, like that's ridiculous. Like we can't have. There's simply not enough time for there to just continue to be more stuff that we're just waiting for. And then the one other thing that I'm just very much looking forward to, I really need them to give Will Byers some type of story here. He either needs to go full villain in this, he needs to be like the sacrificial hero at the end of this because I feel like Stranger Things for seasons 3 and 4 have had a Will Byers problem. They don't know what to do with him anymore. And I think if you make him a much more primary focus, I think that would be a really good idea. So we'll see how that pans out. And some predictions that I have other than the ones that I kind of talked about with Will kind of being a bigger focus, and I hope Nancy picks Steve. I feel like all of those kids, other than 11 and all of that, the ones that also have powers in that fateful episode in Chicago that everybody resoundingly hates, but I don't think it's as bad as people say that it is. So for me personally, I really just want to see more. I just want to see if those kids actually are going to matter at the end of the day. So you have like just like a group of all of these other kids, and I'm just wondering, are they going to matter at the end of the day? I do have a feeling that some people from the past are going to show up in some type of flashback or to offer some type of sage advice. So we're going to see a Max and Billy moment. I feel like we're going to get an Eddie and a Dustin moment as well. Yeah, I just think that there's going to be a couple moments like that where all of these people are going to come back and provide some type of sage wisdom to all these people. I do believe, in my humble opinion, that somebody big will die in all three parts. I'm not really quite ready to predict who it will be, but I have a feeling like I haven't really read up a whole lot about this season. I've been kind of trying to avoid the trailers to the best of my abilities, but in my opinion, I do think at the end of the Christmas episodes, I think Eleven's going to be gone. And that way, these kids, they've got to figure out another way to do it. And they're all smart enough to do this. I think at the end of the first part, I think one of your lesser known, or not lesser known, but like not one of your like characters that have been there from the very beginning are is going to die in the Thanksgiving group. So I'm going to think you think something like a Murray or even a Robin, one of them. And then in the final episode, one of your core four is going to die, and I think it's going to be Will because you know who else is it going to be? Some that I'll be very sad if they go. I think Steve or Nancy, either one of them go. I'm going to be pretty sad about that. I'm going to be very sad if Joyce goes. If Hopper dies for real, like that's going to annoy me because why even bring him back at this point? And then yeah, so overall, I'm only like kind of tepidly looking forward to all of this. I'm more looking forward for it to be done because I think Stranger Things, you know, the first season was peak. I really enjoyed season four with the introduction of Vecna. Season two was good. Season three was not very good at all. So I'm looking. Am I expecting them to stick the landing? No, absolutely not. I think all of these episodes are going to be way too long, and I think the release pattern for this is very strange. So I'm just going to wait to see what happens. I'm going to watch them all no matter what. So looking forward to seeing what comes about from these final episodes. So tell me, what are some of the things that you're predicting for Stranger Things season five, parts one, two, and three? Let me know in the comments below. But that's going to do it for this episode of SPDM TV. Be sure to like, rate, and subscribe to anything and everything SPDM Crew, wherever you get your podcast. Join us on social media on Facebook, Instagram, X, Threads, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Blue Sky at SPDM Crew. Check out our website at spdmcrew.com. Shout out to HiFlyer Creative Studios for making our awesome logo. Greatly appreciate their support. Check out the other shows on our network. We've got a lot of great content. Really proud of the work that everyone does. So please check out the other shows and support the SPDM crew. And finally, if you've got a podcast idea or you're interested in being part of the SPDM crew as a guest or collaborating, email us at spdmcrew@gmail.com. Until next time, happy watching, friends.